Shalom and good day all, this is the Healing29 back again for another solicitation station, and this time I'm trying to work on catching up with some DC Connect, which hasn't been shown on the channel for quite a while. So as you can see here, we have one covering the Lazarus planet, and of course I've done covering the Lazarus planet on the channel, and of course moving into the Dawn of DC. So I'll now get things ready for the first one that I'll be covering. So with this, we move in relation to the stuff that's happening with Lazarus Planet, and also a lot of the things that came out of it, but also it gives me a bit of time to sort of like come back, express maybe even some more thoughts that I might not have got to do when I actually covered Lazarus Planet in the reviews, and my thoughts on it now. So of course we get what's inside this DC Connect and what's to be expected. We move into some of this alpha nonsense, and also some of the interesting covers, as well as art. The assault on Krypton, which really wasn't an assault on Krypton in any way, shape or form. We were once gods. I think I picked that up. I know I picked up the other one, but there was one series that came out from this that had 4 issues that didn't show up in my reviews. We of course see the Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn, and of course Monkey Prince issue 10. If I were to say one thing, I think Monkey Prince is probably one of the things that I really enjoyed in this particular time period. Of course, we move into the Batman Joker Deadly Duo. Wasn't on my list at the time, still isn't. We move into the Nightwing stuff. Of course, we can't forget the Batman One Bad Day stuff. If you really want good fun, check out the Batman Adventures. Definitely worth the read. Legends of Gotham wasn't in my list. Then of course we've got the RAM-V Detective Comics, the DC Harley Quinn stuff. Wasn't really interested in picking that up. Of course we move with Philip Kennedy Johnson, bringing back the Superman family, and of course The World's Finest, which is still really good to read. Justice Society of America, not in my list, but I have heard many people have actually enjoyed it. Of course, this will probably be covered in the next issue of the DC Connect. Of course, Stargirl and the Lost Children. I must admit, I really enjoyed this series, and I'd like to get it when it comes out in trade paperback. Only things that I sort of got out of this was The Flash with Jeremy Adams, including the 1 Minute War. Maybe I should have thought about getting the facsimile edition. I might have to see the shelves at my LCS to see if they've still got a copy. Danger Street with Tom King, no thanks. Wildstorm and Waller, no thanks. And the Wildcats, no thanks. Moving into some Sandman universe stuff, and of course we got the Dead Boy Detectives, which I didn't mind the story for it. Batman Imposter, not really in my list. Doom Patrol and Nice House on the Nice House on the Lake, not on my list. Absolute Death Metal, nah, not quite yet on my list. Of course, we have World's Finest. I'm waiting for this to come out in softcover trade. Okay, I did end up reading this, and I have covered somewhat a review of it, but it will show up in like a bit of a manga reading. And with it, this almost feels as if the second Robin in this story isn't Jason Todd, isn't Tim Drake, but instead it's Damian Wayne. And that's how the story comes across. Still not interested in picking this crap up. But taking note, these are Elseworld stories. And also should be noted as Elseworld stories. Moving into some more of the comics, of course, we've got the Batgirls, which is finally finished. Incorporated, Batman Audio Adventures, really fun to read. Definitely check it out. And not much else there. There is the Blue Beetle stuff, which is pretty decent. Moving a little bit further, and we've got some other titles, many not on my list, or many I didn't pick up. Again, not many there that I picked up. About the only ones I sort of did pick up was the Titans United Blood Pact, which was quite alright, quite interesting. Some more collected editions, and out of these, not very much picked up at all. So, moving into some more of the collected editions, again, not very much. Probably about the only one would be the Philip Kennedy Johnson one, dealing with Warworld. And that finishes up issue 30 of DC Connect. Now to move on to 31. Moving into the dawn of DC, we have Superman being put front and center, seeing that Superman did come out before Batman. So it only makes sense. Of course, we move into the lineup of what's to be expected. This Superman series was actually added to my list, and because of it, and I ended up winning a bit of a poster which covered basically all the 1,000 issues of Superman, which was really good. I still haven't opened it up yet. It's been set aside. But there are some nice covers that I do like here. Of course, moving into Action Comics, a number of these covers I also picked up as well. Not all of them, but some. More Lazarus Planet. Not all of them I picked up. And finally, last but not least, Lazarus Omega. But there was actually one cover I did end up getting from here, and that was the Monkey King one. All thanks to my LCS. And finally, moving into the Batman vs. Robin by Mark Waid. Yay! Give us back the Peter J. Tomasi Robin. And of course, we've got some Catwoman, some more Deadly Duo. Wasn't on my list. Of course, Riddler Year One, which is sort of based around the movie of The Batman by Patterson. The more One Bad Day stuff. More Batman-related stuff. Of course, I've still got Nightwing on my list. Can be very hit or miss, but the way he drags his story, yeah. It can be very annoying sometimes. Moving into some more Batman with Detective Comics and also the Failsafe Collected Edition. Some Batman and Spawn. Yay! Static, Shadows of Dakota. I've been reading this in the background but not reviewing it on the channel. About the only thing I sort of recently put up a review of is the Static Anansi, which has been scheduled to go up, and I hope you get to enjoy watching it and seeing it soon. It was an interesting story. The Milestone Anniversary, something I didn't pick up, but I heard it was alright. The Shazam one connected to the movie, not really interested in picking it up. DC Ruby crossover, no thanks. Moving into the spotlight, some Nightmare Country, some Swamp Thing. More collected editions, Deceased, DC vs. Vampires. I might wait until that comes out in an omnibus, whether the omnibus is softcover or trade. We'll see what happens. Task Force C, still not in my list. not quite interested in it. Of course, we have Flash, Batman 1989, a movie adaptation. I did end up picking that up, and I'm looking forward to rereading it. Even though I will accept it only as sort of like an Elseworld type story, but it's sort of connected in some essence to a multiverse now, because of all the multiverse shenanigans that's been happening lately. Some good old facsimile editions, woohoo! And of course, some more Batman returning to the main comics. None of these really being picked up, or were picked up, all except maybe the audio adventures, which I have been enjoying. And Batman Beyond the White Knight, having a break from the Sean Gordon. I want a bit of a break from the Sean Gordon Murphyverse. Some more titles: Deceased, GCPD, Gotham City. Many not picked up. About the only titles that are picked up from here. Mainly Monkey Prince, Stargirl Lost Children, and that's about all. About the only things from this particular page was The Flash with Jeremy Adams, and of course the Dead Boy Detectives. I'll wait until the Tim Drake terribly written Robin comes out in a trade paperback, and I'll grab it that way, because it can be used as a history lesson as to how not to write a book that destroys a character. You know, much like the Bendis crap that was given to us by DC. Of course, we start to move more into the collected editions. We got Deathstroke, Fake Batman, who will always be Fake Batman, Jace Fox. Give him a new name. We move into some more of the collected editions. We have Infinite Frontier, Naomi Season 2, Power Girl, Power Trip, and the list continues. The Multiversity of Teen Justice, and of course Robin, I picked up as well. Again, there are some things about the Joshua Williamson run of Robin that I don't quite like, because I feel that sometimes he doesn't keep in continuity with the lore that he has set in the story, and nor does he show somewhat the consequences of what it might be for, say, for example, what if someone immortal were to come to the island? Would they then become mortal or whatever else? So something like that would have, I think, improved on the story lore. And this finishes it. And this finishes up for this solicitation station. I think we're up to 19, 20 to 21 now. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.